Greetings, people of Earth. Welcome back. My name is Jax, and today we are talking about how you establish truly long lasting habits and sort of break out of that cycle of trying something for a little bit and then, you kind of life gets busy, life gets hectic, and suddenly you haven't been to the gym in 2 weeks, or you haven't eaten a salad or eaten healthy in 5 weeks or whatever. I totally get it. It is so hard to sort of establish those healthy habits and make those things absolutely stick and permanent. And a great piece of advice that I listened to recently that made me think of the way I do things that, I've had success with. So it really just like catapulted my whole thinking. And that is, I think a lot of these habits, a lot of these like ideas, you have to make them a part of your identity. You have to really ingrain them into like who you see yourself as. It's one thing to say something like, "Oh, I went to the gym today." It's another thing to say, "I go to the gym." Who I am as a person means that I go to the gym. I work out. I like that mentality. I like the gym. It's a part of my lifestyle. I've heard people before talk about like you really shouldn't try to go on a diet. You should just try and change your whole way of eating so that it's more healthy. And a diet is this mentality of like, oh, I'm going to go on a diet. I'm going to fix the problem, and then I'm just going to go back to eating the way I normally do. And that does not create real change. It doesn't embody the whole point of doing something for the health. There was a study a few years ago, and I'm blanking on it, so apologies, but I'm sure you'll be able to find it. And it basically looked at two different groups of people and their mentality when it came to fitness and working out and being healthy. One group specifically went to the gym to try and look good. They wanted like an aesthetic body. They wanted to trim some fat, that sort of thing. It was all sort of appearance level, literally surface level. The other group was more interested in like long-term health, cardiovascular health, increasing like the immune system response. They had a much deeper, nuanced thinking when it came to why they were going to the gym. And of course, this was a long-term study that looked at the overall health outcomes and who stuck with it and that kind of thing. And of course, group number two, the people that wanted to do it for health reasons, wanted to do it because they enjoyed going, they were the ones that stuck with it, I think 80% of the time, whereas the superficial surface level, I want to look good group did not maintain, they did not sustain, and most of them ended up not at the gym anymore. So what I mean by this whole thing of you have to make it a part of your identity, you really have to look at something, and first of all, there has to be a desire for change. There has to be a desire for doing a specific thing, like if it's eating more salads, getting more fiber, drinking more water, going to the gym, being a more thoughtful person, reading more books, whatever the thing is, there has to be a desire that makes you want to do the thing. So, if you want to read lots of books and stuff, maybe the desire is to become more worldly, more interesting to talk to. Maybe it's to learn about history or a myriad of topics. If you want to cook more at home, what is the reason you're doing this? And you really have to analyze like, why exactly do I want to do this thing? Why is there this urge to find this thing or to embrace this thing? And then the next part is about ingraining it into your identity. So like I said, you got to start talking the talk and walking the walk, which means instead of just saying, oh yeah, like I'm going to go to the gym today, or, oh, I didn't go to the gym today, you just say like, oh, I go to the gym. I'm a gym person. This is what I do. I like going to the gym. It's who I am. It's my identity. And I'm very good at this, like, especially when it comes to the gym. I am very much a gym person. I love it. I love the culture of it. I love waking up in the morning and getting ready to go to the gym. I make it fun and exciting. I take a pre-workout that gets me bumping. I listen to some music. I've ingrained so many of these little habits and I've made them fun. I've made them exciting. I made them something that I look forward to in the day. And that has absolutely been the secret to it. And so now it's not so much, oh, I have to drag myself to the gym. It's like, okay, guys, I get to go to the gym. Like, this is the best part of my day. I absolutely love it. I love getting my heart pumping and sweating and, you know, bursting my muscles and making them grow back stronger. Like, I love all of it. And so that's the mindset change. You know, it's a part of my identity. It's who I am. And I've used all of these different aspects to make it fun and easy and convenient. And in all honesty, it's much harder to tell myself not to go to the gym. You know, like when I have an injury where I have to, you know, take it a bit slow, get some recovery, get some rest in, I find it really hard to prevent myself from going to the gym. You know, that's my challenge is, Jax, like you busted, like I busted my ankle last year, about this time last year, and it was so frustrating not being able to do the things I wanted to do at the gym. And so what I did was I went to the gym, but I didn't do my running, which I love to do, and I took it easy on the weights and things like that, and I worked on a stationary bike for cardio instead. But boy howdy, I had the longest recovery time because I just couldn't sit still. I couldn't stay off of my foot long enough to let it heal, because this was ingrained. This is my identity. This is who I am. I am somebody who goes to the gym. And so that healthy habit has absolutely evolved into this part of my identity that I really can't let go of. I really can't say no to. And it's really frustrating when I can't go. And so with any skill, with anything that you want to do, you have to make it easy and accessible, and you have to make it a part of your identity. If you want to read more books, you have to make that a part of your identity. You know, talk to people about books, talk to people who are passionate about books, spend time in libraries, spend time just enjoying the idea of a book. You can do so many things that like incorporate it into your daily life. You can bring it with you to work. You can read it in the evenings before bed. But you have to ingrain it into yourself that you are a bookworm. You love everything books, you know, bookmarks, book covers, book sleeves, beautiful editions of books. It's absolutely possible to create a strong, healthy habit and incorporate it into your life, but you actually have to weave it into your life, you know? I think a lot of us take a hobby or an interest and, you know, we mess around on the piano once or twice a year or something like that. But if you ingrain it and then weave it into your life, you follow people on social media who are super into piano and, you know, you make it like a daily occurrence. That is absolutely how you learn to do it, and you make it, you know, a permanent part of your life. I think a lot of people who struggle with learning languages don't weave it into their life. You know, you have to make it a daily thing where you're either interacting with people who speak that language, you're consuming content in that language. You have to make it so that it's a part of your identity. You know, I learned Norwegian without any immediate people in my life who speak it. And I'd like to think that I'm quite fluent in it. And I did it through really engaging with content, seeing myself as someone who speaks Norwegian, really like jumping into the culture, reaching out to people I knew who spoke it, visiting Norway when I had the opportunity to. And I just made it a part of who I am. And I think that is the most lasting and most permanent way in order to truly learn and embrace something. And like I said, there needs to be a good reason for it. If your reason for doing something is, oh, I want to look hot. Okay, well, that's like a very superficial reason, and that doesn't actually allow you to weave whatever you want to do into your life. You know, if healthy eating is something that you would like to weave into your life, it requires, first of all, getting the bad stuff out. You know, it's okay once in a while to go to McDonald's or to have an ice cream or something, but you have to weave that stuff out of your life and incorporate the healthy things. You have to make it accessible, easy, daily. And once you do that, I think a habit is so much easier to keep, and it becomes a reverse where it's harder to not do that thing than it is to do that thing. You know, like it's harder to not eat healthy. Like the idea of McDonald's or something will become really foreign to you. If you weave that out of your life, when someone says, oh, let's go to McDonald's, you'll actually kind of go, ew, no, I don't want that. I want like a salad or something. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's really accurate and it's really true that incorporating something and associating it with your identity, with your core beliefs, and with who you are as a person, that is so powerful. So I highly recommend it. Give it a go, give it a try. Even for just a month, just tell yourself, I'm going to be somebody who bakes. I'm going to be somebody who codes computer programs or something. I'm not good at that stuff, but who knows? Maybe that's what you want to do. And really start to see yourself as that person, as that guy. You will be incredibly humbled and amazed by how powerful that idea is. So please let me know how it goes. I really hope that you're able to incorporate something that's really cool and nuanced and interesting into your life, and hopefully it makes you a more interesting and beautiful person than you already are, which I don't even know if that's possible, but we're always going for gold and striving for the best. So thank you so much for listening. I really hope that this video resonates, and I hope you like the idea and the concept, and I hope you give it a go. So let me know how it goes. Hope you're having an amazing day, week, month, year, whatever you're having. I hope it's amazing. And as always, I will talk to you guys tomorrow.